Do you have a child with ODD and you don't know what to do to help them or to educate them or to nurture them or to discipline them? Well, join the club. Don't worry. In this video, I'm going to share with you the top 15 tips that have helped us in my family with my son deal with ODD and how to raise amazing kids that also have ODD. So I'll share with you the top 15 tips that have helped us. My name is Laura Moreno and I am a certified ADHD coach. I have ADHD and I have a son that has ADHD as well as ODD. And I'm also the founder of Good ADHD Moms, a community of moms of ADHD kids that meet every week to talk about our kids and how to raise them better. And because you're here, and I think this is actually going to be very useful for you, you can download for free my free video course called How to Stop Explosions with an ADHD Kid, which is really applicable for this video because if you have a kid that has ADHD or is exploding and is having tantrums, most likely he must have also ODD. But so you can access the course here below for free. Just click the link in the description and you will be able to get in. You get six videos for free, one per day. Each video is around 10-15 minutes. And this is the course that I wish I had when my child was exploding and I didn't know what to do. So I put everything that I learned together in this video course and you can download it here before and it's going to help you so much. But now let's go into the top 15 discipline tips for kids with oppositional defiant disorder. The number one tip, and you're going to laugh at this one, is parent regulation comes first. Listen, I know what you're thinking. You don't know my kid, he's impossible, it's really hard, and I hear you. But in order to help your kid, you have to be calm and regulated first. Because kids with ODD and ADHD, they mirror what their parents are feeling. And if you're exploding and you're shouting and you're doing all these things, your kid is going to do the same. So you are the leader, regulate first, calm yourself deeply. Every time my kid explodes, which is not very often now, thanks to the course that I shared below, every time my kid used to explode, what I will do is I will tell myself, I can do this, I've done this before, my only job is to find the problem. I just need to find the problem and help him figure out how to solve the problem. More on that below. But basically, I will remind myself that I've done this before, that I know how to do it, that I am calm. And if at that moment I'm not calm, I will actually tell my partner, hey, I don't think I can handle this now. Please go ahead and do it. Okay, so parent regulation comes first, so calm yourself. Tip number 2 is avoid power struggles. This is not a time to think about who's right or wrong or he needs to follow my rules because I'm the mom. It doesn't work. Okay, so ADHD kids and ODD kids don't like control. They actually hate control. They actually hate when people tell them what to do. They feel threatened. So don't try to win. Try to end the explosion. Try to regulate. Try to find the challenge that he's having and try to help him solve it. But don't make this a game of who was right or wrong because it's not going to work, okay? Then the next thing, the tip number 3 is set expectations ahead of time and follow through. And this is so huge, so huge. I mean, you need to have in your house a document that is visible that talks about the rules of the house. And with the rules of the house, you have to have consequences. In my house, it goes something like this. One of them is, well, you cannot have a friend over for a play date if you don't do your homework first. Okay, so if you want to have a play date, you have to do your homework first. And that is written and visible in the house. And also my son's teacher is collaborating with us in this. And she knows that she has to fill in a checklist to see how he did in the school. And if he does well and I see all that, he's going to have a positive consequence. In this case, if he does the homework, he can have a play date over, or another case, if he behaves in the school, he can have 15 minutes of Nintendo Switch. And I cannot emphasize this enough. You need to have this in your house, because if you don't, what happens is that your child does something that you don't like. For example, he didn't do the homework, and then you say, well, I'm taking off your Nintendo Switch, and you're gonna do that again. And then your child is going to react so loud. He's going to be so upset. The reason is because you didn't set that expectation first. It is unfair for them in their brain. You have to tell me what is going to happen if I don't do things. This is why it's so important to have it set up. The other thing, when you set up the rules ahead of time, just collaborate with him. Ask him, okay, what do you think are some consequences that we could have if you don't this? And then you get the buy-in from him, you get the loyalty, you get the, doing something together, being a team together, instead of you dictating what are the consequences of when rules are broken. Again, if you do this only yourself, writing down the rules and the consequences by yourself, he's not going to have the buy-in, you're not going to have what you want, so you need to collaborate on this, okay? Then, again, if they go off track, remind them what they can earn, not what you will take away. My son is very funny on this. I asked him about this question the other day, and he said, Mom, I think what worked for me is that you don't have negative things for me. Like, you only give me positive things that I have to work towards. You don't give me like negative punishments. I don't like that. But you give me rules, and I like that. It was really cute. Okay, the tip number 4, use transition warnings. Oh, this is so important, and you should have a few timers in the house to do this. But basically, with ODD kids, it's very hard for them to do transitions. Let's say, for example, he is building a Lego and he's using all his mental capacity to build this Lego, and you come and you say, Toby, come upstairs because you need to have a snack. Or you shout from the stairs, come and have a snack, or dinner is ready, come on, come. And oh my God, they're like in this puzzle mode, focus mode, and there's this external nagging, annoying voice telling them to come upstairs. And then you shout even louder and he's not answering, and you shout even louder and he's getting more upset. Wrong. The way to deal with this is connection first. First of all, you will go downstairs and say, oh my God, this Lego is beautiful. You're doing such a great work. Like really with a smiley face. And then you touch in the shoulder. I was like, by the way, dinner is ready. This is really awesome. When you're ready, just come upstairs. Dinner is ready. I love what you're doing, okay? Or tell him like in 5 minutes you have to come and have dinner upstairs, okay? And then the next thing you will do is something like, you know what, I'm just going to put a timer here so that you know what 5 minutes are. And then when the alarm goes off, 2 minutes, you come upstairs. Is that all right? Yeah, mommy, thanks. Yeah, that's all right. And then when the time goes off, the alarm goes off, he will come upstairs and have dinner with you. There's no need to have this shouting house, and that is not working, okay? So use connection before. Don't shout from the top of your lungs, come for dinner, I told you a million times. That doesn't work. Use connection, and then use timers as well. Okay. The next thing, the tip number 5, is to lead with empathy. Like in this example, for example, you go downstairs, he's building this massive Lego that is beautiful, and the 5 minutes have passed, and the alarm goes off, and you go downstairs and you say, hey, Toby, hi, oh my God, it's so beautiful. It looks like the alarm has gone off. And I know it's really hard for you to stop this Lego because you're doing so great. But listen, you can play with it after dinner. Right now it's time for dinner. Could you come upstairs with a smiley, loving, touching, connecting with your son. And please don't force these kids. They don't react well with the nagging. Okay, they don't. I'm sure you know. Just like be connected and calm and connected with them. Okay, next thing is tip number 6 is tell them what to do, not what to do. For example, tell them something like, instead of saying something like, don't jump on the sofa, you're going to fall and get hurt. Don't use the don't, okay? Say something more like, sofas are for sitting, or sit, or play, or like take them to another place, but don't tell them what they cannot do, because that's very triggering for them, okay? So use something positive like sit, watch TV, like sofas are for sitting, or something like that, that will allow them to know that what he's doing, he needs to change what he's doing, but he's not doing something wrong, okay? Then tip number 7, and I use this all the time, this is really nice, and is using short, positive directives. Instead of saying like, hey Toby, could you mind coming upstairs and brushing your teeth? Or could you mind like putting your boots on because we have to leave? Oh my God, those are so many words. And brains with ODD and usually ADHD and ASD, we don't have a lot of capacity to hold on so many words. So instead of saying, would you like coming upstairs, honey, blah, 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 just say shoes, teeth, upstairs, with a big smile. That's it. One word. Shoes, teeth. That works so well with my son. It's incredible. I'm like, why haven't I been using this all the time? All right, the next thing is use specific over-the-top praise. These kids, ODD, ADHD, ASD, oh my God, they need so much praise because they're getting so many negative comments during the day. So do things like, oh my God, did you look at this word that you wrote here? The letter is perfect. Did you see that? How do you do that? And you might think actually that you sound silly and they're going to catch you up and they're going to be like, Mommy, what's wrong with you? But they don't. It's like that. Oh my God, this is so nice. Just like be super over the top. And they're going to reply with a big smile and with a big over the top, like, yeah, thanks, Mom. That's how you connect. And that's the love language for kids. It's like, for these kids, it's like the praise. It's like, how great you did this. It's incredible. With a big smile. And do this as often as possible. And I've actually heard that there's a parent coach, there's a few parent coaches that what they do is they will tell you, do this 5 times in a row within a space of 1 hour with an interval of 2 minutes between each of those things. Wow, that's like a very rigid rule. I don't know how some parents are doing that, but what I will say, whenever you see them doing something good or doing something that is nice, just like go over the top. Like to my son, to my little one, I will tell him, oh my God, did you look at your arm? Oh my God, you're so strong. How can you be so strong? And he loves that. And I love that too. Okay, next one is tip number 8 is pick your battles. For example, if you're going downstairs to your kids' room and every single toy in the world is in the floor, not by cases and concepts and games and so on, like my brain works, but everything is messed up together. There's no space to walk. You're freaking out because this is like incredible. You can't believe he's playing in this space. Oh my God. Think about whose problem is this and pick your battles, because if you're seeing that your son is happily making this Lego that is incredible and he's like hyper focused, and why would you bother him? You can wait until he is done, go and chill, and then when he is done, praise him on this beautiful Lego that he has created, and then work with him together to clean the room. So that goes together with another rule that is like another tip, which is always, and it goes together with the emotional regulation. When your kid is exploding on you, when you're starting to explode inside and you're starting to get upset with your kid, ask yourself, is it me? Is it him or her? Or is it both? In this case of the Legos, it's me. I'm anxious because I want him to clean. I'm upset. I just can't believe this. But it's not him. You are the one with the challenge. And the same thing happens with explosions and tantrums. And is it him? Is it me? Or is it both of us? Like, have I had a really crappy day and I'm so tired and I'm like putting all this negative energy onto him? Or he is tired and hungry and hasn't eaten all day because of his medication. Like, you need to ask yourself that question. It's very important. Okay. Tip number 9, and I think we might be doing more than 15 here. But the next one is offer lots of choices. For example, if you're planning the day, which is something that you should be doing every day when there's like an off day, like you should have your days planned with what are you going to do each time. Like you should have like for each of the kids, like wake up, brush your teeth, blah, 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 blah. you should have that for sure. And if you want to get the one that I use at home, you can join my community of good ADHD moms, and I have all these templates for you to have the schedule of the day. But let's say, for example, it's a Saturday and there's nothing to do on the schedule of the day. You have no plans whatsoever. Well, instead of thinking about what's best for everyone and like coming up with an idea like, let's go to this museum, I think my kids will love it, blah blah, instead of doing that, ask your child, hey, I was thinking, get a piece of paper, like a white piece of paper. I normally use like a big white piece of paper, and put like a today and the times, and say like, and next to it put a list of the things, all the things you could do today, and just ask him like, these are the things that I was thinking we could do today. Do you want to add anything else, or do you like them? Is that what you wanted to do today? Oh, yes, mom, but I also want to have a play date. Okay, let's put here a play date. And I don't want to do that. Perfect. Collaborate in the making of the list. And then together, put it in the planning of the day. Okay, we should do that to do in the morning, in the afternoon, and let him choose at what time he wants to do each of the things and for how long. This is so good for them because it guarantees you having a great day, basically, and no explosions, which is the promised land, right? Okay, the next one, tip number 11. Tip number 10, again, is using that daily schedule. So tip number 9 was doing the lots of choices, help them choose what they want to do, the schedule. Tip number 10 is using a daily schedule that includes chores, homework, getting dressed, and having fun. And again, build it together because that brings calm. Tip number 11, oh my God, avoid arguing, long lectures, and sarcasm. These escalate ODD kids fast and never lead to cooperation. Like my son, for example, the other day, he had a challenge in the school. I think another kid was nagging him, and they got into an argument, and very happily he was able to solve it himself, which I was so proud of. And then when we got home, he was telling me the minimum information about that is like, yeah, and I had this thing with this guy, this boy, but I sorted out. And then I asked him like, do you want to tell me more about it? He said, no, that's okay, mom. No, it's okay. Respect that, okay? Respect your child's boundaries, and also avoid long lectures. Like, do the active listening. If he is telling you something, telling you a story, okay, remember to ask like what happened, blah 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 blah. But also the same way on the other way. If you're giving him a lecture and he's not even listening, that's like really annoying. Like, avoid doing that. Avoid doing the long lectures. Make sure he's having fun. Make sure he's listening. Make sure he's contributing to the conversation, because if not, who wants to hear a long lecture? Not me. No, thank you. Okay. Tip number 12 was respecting your child's boundaries. If they say they don't want to talk about something, respect that and maybe revisit later or not. And tip number 13 is collaborate with his teachers. This is so important because half of the day, usually, he is with the teachers and they are observing him. And if you're trying to work something with him together at home, you have half of the information. So again, go to the school and talk to the teacher and tell her like, my kid has ODD or ADHD, like we're trying to work on this, we're trying to make sure he does homework every day, how can we do it in the school as well, or like what we built in with my kid in his school is like this checklist. If he does well emotionally, if he tries to do the things in the school, if he doesn't get in trouble, if he cooperates, he gets the stars, and then he brings me that paper with the stars and a note from the teacher. And if he has done everything well, he gets his favorite thing, 15 minutes of Nintendo Switch. And everyone is happy. The teacher is happy. The kid is happy. I'm happy. Everyone is happy. Okay? And I'm just going to say something about Nintendo Switch and games. Don't take them away. Like, don't be the super annoying parent that takes away all the electronics because they are negative for the kid and the kid has no say and this is his favorite thing and you're taking it away. Don't do it. You can do limits, time limits, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You can control that in a different way, but don't take away their favorite things. That is the fastest route to really getting a very upset kid at you and having lots of explosions at home. Okay, the next one, tip number 14, is don't give in to tantrums, but stay present. So, for example, in my house, one day my son came home and he hadn't done all the check marks in school. So I think he got in trouble with another kid and he couldn't stay in the class. And the teacher said, I'm so sorry to say, but he didn't get all the stars. And he came home very upset and he told me, I'm very upset because I tried all day and I haven't gotten all my stars and I'm so upset. And you could see him in the border of really having a meltdown and explosion. But you have to stay firm. Listen, if the rule says no Nintendo Switch, if this happens, you have to stay firm. You have to respect the boundaries. That your kid, he got annoyed, obviously, but the next day or like a week after, the same thing happened and he knew he had to respect the rules. So if you don't respect the rules in front of him, who's going to respect the rules? He's not going to trust those rules. So you have to stay present if there are tantrums, but don't give in, okay? The last thing I was going to say, tip 15, number 15, the last one, is repair after conflict. Let's say things go out of the window and you fight and you shout and you're upset at each other, and that happens. That happens. It's okay. But what you have to do is you have to, after you calm down, both of you, you have to analyze the situation and say, hey, listen, if I messed up because I was tired and hungry and I was not in good position, I will say something. Listen, Toby, or listen, Max, my son. I'm really sorry about before. I didn't do well. It was my fault. I was very tired, and I put it on you, and I'm so sorry. And I was wondering what can I do to help fix it. I'm so sorry about that. Or he might say, Mom, can you have a punishment? And I'll be like, okay, what's the punishment? He's like, well, you don't get to play with my Nintendo Switch for 15 minutes. And I'll say, okay, happily. But remember to reconnect after fights, because ODD kids, they carry a lot of shame, and you need to reconnect to build long-term trust, which is going to help you have lower explosions, lower tantrums, and build a beautiful, calm, loving home. It is everything about staying calm, setting up rules and boundaries, and being connected to your child, okay? So listen, if I put together this community of moms called Good ADHD Moms, we talk about these topics every single day in our private Facebook group. And on top of that, we meet every week for a Zoom call to talk about the struggles this week or what went well this week. And it is a fantastic community of moms like you and me that have kids with neurodivergent kids. Some of them have ADD, ADHD, ASD, or ODD. What did I say? ODD. All the beautiful, neurospicy stuff that we get with our beautiful kids. All of these moms are here talking about what we're doing every day to become the best mom for our kids, okay? So join the community. The link is below. You will see what's included. Again, you have the private Facebook group, you have the community, the calls, the weekly calls, and on top of that, you have like so many really great guides, like how to stop explosions, how to set up rules, how to give food. I mean, what kind of food should your child eat? So many things. So join the community, click the link below, and then you will see everything that is included. And I want you to gasp because there's a lot. And then on the right side, you will see the price, which is 75% off for life. Incredible. I mean, I know. I only wish my mom had this information when I was little. This is why it's so cheap. And then you just enter your name, your email, your contact information, your payment details, and then click join. And within 1 minute, you get a new email from me with a link to the Facebook group so that you can join and say hello straight away. Also with a link to the calendar invite for the weekly calls, as well as a link for the other resources that you get as part of this membership. And listen, within the first week, you're going to feel so much better, so supportive. And within a month, 2 months, everything will change in your house. I mean, when we hired our parent coach, our ADHD parent coach, and we felt supported, and oh my God, within 3-4 months, everything was different at home. And I could just remember looking back and wondering if that was a different child or a different family or a nightmare that I was living. So Help is on the way. I'm here. I can help you. We can help you. We are a sisterhood of moms going through the same challenges. So join the community and talk to you very, very soon. And remember, you're awesome. Stay calm and connected.